Boom. All right, guys. HJP Town Hall Part 8. Just a reminder, or if you are new to Town Halls, this is going to be recorded, including the Discord voice chat. So if you are not okay with your voice being on YouTube, that is totally fine. Just write your comment, questions, whatever in the text chat, and me or somebody else can read it out. Obviously you want to make sure that you guys are comfortable with whatever. So just FYI, this is being recorded. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so HJP Town Hall Part 8. Our last Town Hall was about 2 months ago. And it's been a busy summer, even though it kind of feels slow, but so much has happened. And I've done, it really has been a season of reflection for me. It's just been really cool to look back on everything that HJP has accomplished. Let's see. So in preparing this presentation for the town hall, I have had to think about, HJP, we had nothing when we started. We had a YouTube channel. There was no Discord server. There was no FC. There was no FC house. There was no Sprout to Ultimate Legend. There was no website. There was nothing. No Instagram, no podcast, nothing, right? And believe it or not, we are coming up on a year. October 13th is the 1-year anniversary of the HJP Discord server. And that's when I think the community really came together and came to life, because we were able to connect outside of whenever I went live on YouTube. This is when, everything kind of just ramped up, and it has grown so much instrumentally in, the past year. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew when this date was. Buck reminded me recently of how important it is to celebrate anniversaries, and I agree. And especially with this community, it's been a community effort. Everyone here, everyone watching this, has contributed to the growth of this amazing community. So this is very exciting, and I hope we do something. I haven't thought about it yet, but I wanted everyone to just know October 13th, it's going to be an all hands on deck anniversary party of some kind, something to celebrate, something like the Rising, something where we can all kind of just celebrate everything that is this community. But the other thing I also wanted to kind of just remind you or maybe highlight is, I think it's really cool that HJP can say that it has been around for a year. I think that's like remarkable in the world of online communities. And what's crazy is that for some of you guys, I've known you longer, right? Because you were subscribed, you were commenting on videos even before that. But many of you have helped, were there during the formation of the Discord server, the FC and all of that. And like even those who have joined recently, you guys have, contributed your ideas and really just breathe new life every single month. HJP kind of evolves, and that's been so exciting. But also, what's really cool is that I hope that you guys can see that HJP is not going away. The whole intention of, especially transforming HJP into a nonprofit is sustainability. So that means like if you need to take a step away, go on vacation, things get busy IRL, that is totally fine. Like, we are not going to hold anything against you here. I think we've built a culture and a structure that if somebody has to step away, that's totally fine. The ship will continue sailing, which is really cool. So I think coming up on a year is such an important thing, just to show the tides are going to rise and fall. We're going to hit turbulence, but we're still here. We're still going, and everyone here is still having a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm really excited. It makes me so happy to see, like, when you guys are on vacation or scrolling through YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is, we think of each other. We share. We've got Maple on the beach, like, writing HJP. That's so freaking cool. When we see a video, we think of each other. We share it together. Even new games and old games, we think of sharing that excitement and enthusiasm with each other. That is not something that can be built overnight, and I'm just so excited about it. I hear feedback from a lot of people. A lot of you guys message me, just things that you are excited about. And a lot of the things I feel like you're telling me in confidence. So I don't want to put anyone on blast. But what I can say is this place just means so much to a lot of people here. It really is like when you're having a hard day, when you're, just wanting to take a break from real life stuff, just being able to hang out and game, scale a freaking volcano and peak, or, go to the void, or whatever it is, whatever adventure that we decide to just snap our fingers and go do. It really is just this positive force in people's lives. So I'm just so happy and thankful for, everything that you guys contributed. And I'm so excited for our 1 year anniversary. It'll be, a really exciting thing. So that being said, I want to talk about some HJP updates. It was just a busy summer, and one of the things that I did was finally formally announce the 501c3. You guys know I announced this at the last town hall, but HJP is officially a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which is really cool. I think you guys have, you've heard me say this multiple times, but for me, my vision for HJP is that this is a digital community center that focuses on, being a place where people can feel a sense of belonging, have meaningful connection, and also personal growth through video games and other nerdy things, right? So I've used different kinds of metaphors. I think of like a boys and girls club, but for adults, right? Where there's all kinds of activities. You've got podcasts over here. You've got Final Fantasy 14 over here. You got these other games over here. Now we're talking about food and fitness and, anime and all of that. I just think it's a really cool thing that this is a thing that exists. And based on the announcement that I did to me and Tom's existing connections that we've kind of built over our journeys as content creators, the response has been awesome. Like I wasn't surprised, because obviously I myself am interested in this thing. I'm super passionate about it, and I can talk about it all day. But I was actually the curiosity about what we're doing here is palpable. Even for people who have no idea what Final Fantasy 14 is, or video games, or are not typically nerdy, they're like, what are you doing? I've been following you. What is this, right? So my job in the next couple weeks here is really trying to convey what this is. It's hard to describe. I can't explain what the prog. How do I explain prog to somebody who has no idea what that means, right? So I want to try to, do a better job of that. But I'm just really happy that the response has been positive, right? People are receptive. All the right people are following, are subscribed. I think people want to join the community, but they're not sure if it's for them. And so I'm kind of just wanting to build that bridge, but it's very exciting. The other thing I wanted to make sure that you guys know is even though this is very exciting and we have amazing people following the growth of HJP, I don't want HJP to grow beyond something that is not manageable by Tom and I, right? I don't care to be the biggest community. I actually like that everyone here has a voice. Everyone here can be heard. You're not lost in a sea of numbers. I like that we can have a deeper connection with each other versus just a insane amount of members or whatever. So I just want to, as I talk about potential partnerships and stuff like that, we're not, I'm not going to hire staff or anything like that. It's not going to be this we are going to be a huge force for good, but it's not going to be, it shouldn't be unrecognizable to what we've got right now. I feel like what we have right now is the thing. This, I just want to sustain this, right? So that being said, at our last board meeting, I announced our newest board member at the time, which was Cyrilla Suin. Very excited to have him join the board. But now I'm also excited to share our newest board member. This person has been the reason behind a lot of the creativity, excitement, enthusiasm, especially when it comes to 14 in the HJP community. Really is a person who, can come up with ideas and really just completely surprise us the whole experience to the point where we're coming up with ideas. We're inspired to do things like even after the events are over. So I was so thrilled when I invited this person and they accepted the position of being on our board. And that person is DX, who you guys know as Buck. So Buck is our newest board member officially. And it's just really cool to see this amazing lineup of board members, right? Like I've been on a lot of boards. I've seen a lot of nonprofit boards. That's a freaking dope board right there. I'm very excited about it. It's just a really cool group of people that are steering the ship of HJP. And obviously, that second row is very involved in all things HJP. They see you, they hear you, they know what's working, they're listening to your feedback. And they just care so much about what we're doing here. So I'm so excited. It's exciting. It's, especially thinking we're coming up on a year anniversary. We've just done so much in that year. It's just crazy. So Buck, you are here. Yay. Congrats. Buck, do you want to say anything? I don't want to put you on the spot, but in case you do, you don't have to, but
I'll say yay. Woo, toot toot. Yay. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. So that's it.
Yay. Awesome. Okay. So, also, actually, I'll talk about that. If you want to know who our board is, it's also on our website, but I'll go over our website updates in a little bit. This slide is actually from the announcement post that I did, which is also on our website. So I will talk about that in a bit. The other thing that we've done in the past 2 months is we've launched our podcast network. So we went with HJP Podcast Network. We were thinking about different names, but this one, in the world of podcasts, this is the thing that's recognizable. So that's what we're going with. We have 3 series launched with first that all have episode 1s. So we've got the Just Play podcast, which is me and Tom geeking out about stuff. We've got Charting the Course. That's me and Cyrilla talking about what it's like to build HJP. And then The Lobby is the newest one that we launched, and this is with Maker, aka Stefan in real life. And this is a really fun one. We are looking at actual scientific studies and research that is done on video games and online communities, stuff like that. The first one we did covered the positive psychological and emotional benefits of video games, and now I'm kind of tinkering with what thing that we're going to talk about next. It seems like I'm getting a lot of videos in my YouTube feed right now about senior citizens and the elderly playing video games. So I might dig into that, but I'm also I want to push back on the whole video games making violent thing. I don't know. There's a lot of angles that we can take here. If you guys have any questions for any of these things, right? Please let us know. The other thing that we are going to be launching in September is Meet the Crew. So that's going to be an interview series with you guys, right? Anyone who wants to be on this podcast, you don't have to do a face reveal or a name reveal or anything like that. You could totally just use your 14 name. That's totally fine. But if you are interested in sharing, what video games have meant to you, why do you love Final Fantasy 14, whatever other nerdy things that you're excited about, I am just interested to know your story, right? This is a chance for you to share your story and how you came to be here and why you're still here and why you like this community and stuff like that. So that's Meet the Crew. We're going to be launching that in September. And then the other one that we're going to be working on, hopefully in September also, is a 14 specific one. I feel like this is kind of just a natural thing, obviously, like, the foundation of HJP is Final Fantasy 14. I personally, like, if I'm thinking about the podcast that I want to hear that doesn't exist, it's the 14 podcast by this community, right? And this isn't going to be me. Like, I already have all my podcasts and videos and stuff. This is you guys, right? Many of you guys here are way more experienced, way more knowledgeable when it comes to 14. I would love to see, like, patch notes discussions, even lore, or, your first time doing a raid in 14. Like, anything that has to do with Final Fantasy 14, I think would be just really fun and interesting to listen to. So if that's something that you're interested in, hit up the podcast crew. You guys all have access to that channel. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the next town hall because I'm hoping that we have these episodes up, right? And then I can be like, wow, look, we didn't have it. Now we have it. And look how awesome it is, right? So, those are our podcasts. Our podcasts are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then obviously on YouTube because these are video podcasts, but the audio podcasts are out. And you can subscribe and follow and make sure to leave us a review. All right. Any questions? Let me check in with you guys. Are we good? How are we doing?
Doing great. Just listening.
Awesome. Cool. I just want to make sure.
Doing great.
Scrolling through the comments. Okay. Cool. So moving on. Where are we? Here's my keynote. Okay. Website updates. So our website, I had a question come up before. The website is kind of, it's for people who are not in HJP, is the way that I would describe the purpose of the website. But that's people who are potential partners, right? But also potential members, because the first place that we direct people when I say, hey, you want to join our Discord server, go to HeatherJustPlay.org. So they go here, right? Because I want them to know what they're getting into. Like, this is not this is not your typical Discord server. It's not just a 14 server, right? And I just want people to get an idea of, hey, we do events, and we do a lot. As you guys will see later, we've had 150 events since February. That is insane, right? We are very active. And that's not even including a lot of the impromptu events that we started counting in August. So we're very active. And I also want to show, like, hey, you don't have to be in the free company, but if you want to, here we have one. There's also a link to our podcast right here. So here, and our lovely podcast logo. This is a collaborative effort here between Violet and Tin. And you'll see right there, here are our latest episodes, and here's where the podcast is available. We've got our donate page. If anyone wants to donate to the nonprofit, here we go. This opens up our donor box. We just set all this up. We get the bank account going, everything. So that's all set up. We also changed. It used to be HeatherJustPlay.com. We're officially a .org to match our 501c3. If you scroll down here on our main homepage, we have our newest blogs right here at the top. I thought that was really important. And if you want to read the 501c3 announcement, it's right here on the About page. I wanted this to live here because this whole announcement tells the story, the entire story of how HJP came to be, starting with, we started out as a YouTube channel. Then we have this thing called Operation Rising Tide, where we introduce this concept of member-driven events, and then boom, boom, boom. Here's how, like, we became where we are today. So I want people to know, like, how passionate we are about HJP. And for the right person, it's like really, really fun, right? Let me see. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is we've got our board of directors page here. So if you want to learn more about them, here you go. And we also have a new page for our officers. So as you guys know, at our last town hall, we evolved our leadership to be small teams, and instead of just like 1 to 2 officers per role, we did small teams. So I'm just so excited about this, guys. If there's any chance where you guys can share more of you, I just get so excited. It's such a treat for me to read all these, right? Like, I feel like I know you so much better. So all that to say, I would love to create a member directory, right? Like, you don't have to just be an officer in order for your bio to go onto the website. I would love to include, like, I would love for there to be a chance for all of you guys, whoever wants to be in it, to have a little blurb here on the website just to show the diversity of our community, all the different games that you guys are into, and just everything. I don't know. I just think it's really cool. So I feel like the diversity is evident, even though it's like 14 pictures, but you could just tell just by reading all these stories, just reading about your lives. It's really cool. So let's see. We transferred .com to .org. I think that was everything. Okay, cool. So if you are referring anybody to HJP, whether it's a new member or just someone who's like, what the heck is this? HeatherJustPlay.org, and it'll take them here to our website. If you guys have any feedback about our website, actually every officer has the ability to edit this thing. So if you guys want to like tinker in here, you have any ideas, I'm open to them. Anything that we can do to really showcase what this community is about to somebody who isn't in it, right? I feel like it's kind of hard to describe, but I just want to showcase as much as possible, right? So I'm open to ideas. All right, moving on. Okay, so this slide is actually from the last town hall because I wanted to check in, right? I just wanted to show you guys that, like, when I say here's what we're gonna be working on, we worked on the thing, right? So let's review the priorities that we set at the last town hall. Build out more pillars, gateways. I am so excited to say that I feel like we did this, right? We have Repo, Peak, Lethal Company, and Minecraft now. I am open to any of it, even if I don't play it, right? So like Minecraft is a perfect example. I'm so excited about this because I know that you guys play it, but I have never played it. I don't even know what it is. I didn't know that you can die in this game. I didn't know that there were enemies. I thought it was just like a building. I don't know. But I'm glad that you guys can connect over this thing, right? Because the thing that I always think about, and I'll talk about this more in later in the town hall, is I want to be able to provide the opportunity for people to join HJP even if they don't play 14, right? And I feel like for the people who join that don't currently play 14, I would love to sell them on it because obviously I love this game. We all love this game, and I think everyone should play it. But a monthly subscription is a little bit of a leap compared to these other games that are $10 on Steam or Minecraft, which is just a one-time fee, right? I like that it could be the stepping stone to, you know, something that's a little more of an investment, both for time and money and stuff like that. So I want there to be a variety. And then also, like, for anyone who needs to take a 14 break, like, you can still connect with HJP. It doesn't, like, if you need to take a break from 14, that doesn't mean you have to leave, right? There's still ways to connect. And then also, it's such a cool way to get to know each other playing these other games. Highly recommend. Share more impact, share more members. I think this is something that we can continue working on, but I think especially with our podcasts and, you know, trying to show more faces and showcase more voices wherever I can. You know, we've got the Instagram going, we've got YouTube videos. I just want to elevate more of you guys if you're cool with it, right? Like, if you're cool with it, boom, I'll put you front and center. And so that's kind of going to be an ongoing process. Recruit new members, I'll get back to. Evolve the leadership, we already did, which is awesome. And then the 501c3 announcement, which is like, check the box. It took me like 2 months to write. Oh my God. I'm happy it's done and everyone's excited about it, which is really cool. So recruit new members. That is going to be the priority for the remainder of Q3. We have one more month. We've got September. Like I said, we don't need to grow to, you know, I don't want to put a number on it. I don't want to grow to the point where people, it's like hard, you know, you guys know how it is, right? Like, if it's too big, it's like you don't know how to, it feels weird to insert yourself, right? So I don't want it to be too big, but I think we're ready, right? We've got the new leadership. We've got a really refined Discord server. We've got the multiple pillars going on. A lot of us have created many events. We've got our Sprout to Ultimate Legend groups, all of this. I feel like we're ready. So I'm going to be making videos that focus on recruiting members. I'm going to do this 2 ways, right? Non-14 and 14 people. 14 people is easy. You already play, you speak the language, awesome. It's the non-14 that I'm a little bit worried about, but I feel like we could figure it out together. All right. This is also from the last town hall. I'm telling you, it's crazy. This is only 2 months ago, but I feel like we we did so much. We had our Endwalker MSQ discussion. As of today, Tom and I are halfway officially through Dawn Trail. And oh my god, it's my favorite expansion. I absolutely love it. I don't know if it takes a turn, but I love it so much. We are really enjoying it. So you will hopefully have another MSQ discussion very, very soon, hopefully next week. Cyrilla and I launched Charting the Course. We did all this. This is cool. But the bottom one right there, blogs, Instagram videos, any content by you, this is ongoing, right? Like if you have a quote to share or you want a blog to write or, even if your blog is just a bunch of screenshots, anytime that we could put another member somewhere where other people could see, I get excited about that. So Kay was our most recent blog post, and what he did was he basically kind of just like brain dumped what his thoughts on what the blog post would be, and I helped him kind of structure it, right? So if you need help with it, like feel free to reach out to me or, any of the officers also. I'm sure they'll be willing to help. If you want, we take screenshots all the time. You want to write something quick for the Instagram, something very, something you're excited about or something you achieved in game or a new glam outfit because it's, summer Moonfire Fair or whatever it is. Open to that. All right. And then of course, I know you guys know this, but I will just reiterate, anyone here in HJP is welcome to schedule your own event. It doesn't have to be 14. It could be whatever you want. It could be an anime watch party. It could be a movie watch party. It could be Gartic Phone. It could be another web app. It could be, hey, we're going to geek out about tabletop RPGs. It could be whatever you want, right? We're open to it. So if you want to create an event, like I feel like we've got our weekly events in there, right? We've got our Mount Mondays, we've got our glam farming and our Blue Mage, which is awesome. But if you want to just do the one time, hey, like, let's get to the top of Kagane Tower, let's do it, right? Like, let's make that happen. All right. Well, so speaking of events, anyone can create an event. For the announcement post, I created that announcement post knowing that most of the people who would see it are not in HJP. So this is the slide I put together because I wanted to showcase the variety of the events that we have here. When I say we do 150 events, these are not just like, open the library and everyone reads a book. Like there's planning that goes into every single one of these events, even the repeatable ones. Violet is a perfect example. You have to you have to poll everybody. What spells are we getting every single time, right? Like there's a spreadsheet for Mount Mondays. There's work that goes into every single event. You guys put in, you do that, right? Like the amount of planning that goes into the anime watch party with Bree and Cyrilla, it's a lot. So, and it's awesome. And I wanted to show the variety of events that we do. We have 14 events, which, it's awesome, but also when I explain, when I say like, okay, we're having a Final Fantasy 14 event. Okay, that sounds cool. If you don't know what Final Fantasy 14 is, you wouldn't care. But if I tell you we had a fashion show, that's like, what? I want to know how, right? What does that look like, right? That's the thing that kind of like, okay, I'm interested. I just want to see, right? Drawing together, I like that because it wasn't 14 focused. 5 steps to starting a podcast. We do other things that don't have to do with video games. anime watch party. That was super fun. Those have been really fun. And then, of course, our town halls where we invite community feedback. I really wanted to show like we are community. It is not just me kind of dictating everything. Okay, so some of the events that I wanted to highlight are Summer Fashion Fantasy. That replay just went out yesterday. And this is Rent, who won the screenshot contest with this screenshot right here. We had the house tour that T put on. That was so fun. We got to see houses by people in HJP who volunteered their house to be on the tour. But then we also checked out like other interior designer houses. That was super fun. I wish I had recorded that one. We had the Final Fantasy quiz night with Kay. We do have an upcoming. Kay is working on a 14 specific quiz night. So I'm excited because, well, the only person I know who hasn't played any other Final Fantasy is Tom. So he's excited because he can actually attend this one. But they're super fun. It's a nice, friendly competition. So if you haven't tuned into a trivia night yet, please join us for that. The anime watch parties have been such a treat. I can't even tell you. Shout out again, Cyril and Siri, for all the planning that you do with those things. The Hildebrand event was so fun. I was trying to think, have we done an event before? I know we've done like the raids, but I don't know. It was just the Hildebrand event kind of felt like an anime watch party, but it was like, I don't know, 12 of us like walking through Thanaland together, mounting up, doing the fate and killing the zombies. Like it was just such a treat. It was so super fun. So Tom is excited to continue that all the way to Dawntrail, right? Hildebrand ends in Dawntrail, I believe. So we'll have the next one hopefully next week. And then we had Moonfire Fair. So those are only just a handful of events. Like I said, we've had 150 since February. We're super busy. But I also just want to remind everybody, if you have any feedback of events, an event you want to see, events that we can maybe improve upon or whatever it is, the events crew is always open to feedback. There's a reason why every single officer channel is open where you guys can see it, right? Because it's not closed off, right? Like I want the dialogue to be able to be there. So if you have an idea for an event, but you're too scared to host it, please reach out to the events crew. They'll get you set up. They'll help you out. They'll point you in the right direction, whatever it is. I would be excited to see more one-off events, like things that is just, something new. I guess kind of like the Hildebrand event that was totally something that we hadn't done before. That was really fun. But if any of you guys have something like that, please feel free to, especially as we get new members, I think it'll be a really fun introduction to the HJP community. So I'm just going to check in with everybody. How are we doing? Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I promise I will hand it over soon. How are we doing? Tin is saying there's an upcoming in-game RP event. I'm excited about that. Let's see. Anyone have any questions? I just want to check in. You can totally talk if you want. I'm scrolling through the text chat. Okay, I think everyone's good. All right. Cool. Okay. So let me move on. Moving on with us. Here we go. Okay. Sprout's Ultimate Legend. I just love this, right? I love the evolution of the Sprout's Ultimate Legend. I think this has been a huge initiative in really helping to tip the scale from creator-centric community to community-driven community. You guys know that was a huge thing for me. I really, we started as a YouTube channel with a Discord server. Of course, there's just a way that it was going to be. But this, one day I'll dip a toe probably in Fight Club first. It's like a one-time drop in. And then maybe I'll elevate to the Buccaneers or Clan Nutsy. But it's just been, I just love seeing all your prog. I love seeing all your screenshots. I love seeing all the progress and the clears and all this. It's so exciting that there's just these tight-knit groups where you guys are doing things. And I don't know, it's so fun to see. So what I would like to do is open it up to people or leaders of Sprout to Ultimate Legend groups, if you want to fill us in on how things have been going, that would be awesome. I'm not going to put anyone on the spot. Whoever wants to go first, feel free.
Oh, I'll go since the Buccaneers are going to be meeting tonight. We've been doing really well because we have a plan, and we've been sticking to a plan. Marky Mark and Jay Destiny Rhodes and I met months ago in a Discord. There's a Discord message about how could we prepare ourselves for the actual Ultimate Legend fight, and over the course of X amount of time with savage fights that are fun, and especially since we are Sprout friendly, that's the most important thing. Is like we're not like Juji, we just know we're all trying our best. But we want to make sure that there's like a basic vocabulary of raid skills that people can attain by practicing with us and by being a Buccaneer. And so if you want to learn about raiding, oftentimes we need guest stars to learn about to participate in the raids for when members they have like IRL stuff to do. That's an opportunity as well. So so pay attention to the chat if you're interested in raiding for the first time, or because we're always looking for guest stars and things like that. But we've just been on our plan of these fun fights that we've been doing, and in our Discord we do post lots of screenshots. We can take up to 27 minutes of screenshots before we even start the raid. That could be a turn off to people or a turn on. So let me if that is a I like that type, the cut of that jib, that sounds like my type of raid group, we're your raid group. The other raid groups I think may be more sufficient for you then, but we like to joke and chat and do icebreakers, and we're super serious about prog, but I try to set really logical expectations, and then the Buccaneers just blow them out of the water all the time. So it's just been really fun. We're in the final fight before Uwu. For when it comes to like the story of Sprout to Ultimate Legend, I think some actual Sprouts are in striking distance of the Ultimate Legend title. The Ultimate Legend title is a fight called Uwu, which is like 17 minutes or something.
Oh my god, I had
Between
no
11
idea that's what that was. I've seen you
Yeah,
guys
it's
type
between
that
like
uwu
11 and
thing.
17 minutes or something. Like it's this crazy fight.
Oh. Oh, I had no idea.
And so,
Awesome.
yeah, we're heading there soon. So the story of Sprout to Ultimate Legend is gonna come true for a couple people very soon. We're in the
Yay!
final preparatory fight for the mechanics learning, and then we'll make it live when we actually are doing. We're not gonna do it the first try, and don't even expect that. So, I don't want to hype us up like that. It will probably take weeks of prog to do, but we're almost there. If you're looking for if you're looking to
Yay!
pay attention to some rating, maybe learn about it for the first time. We do our fights Friday and Saturday nights, and we have a
And
couple
anyone
Japanese
can
members, so that's their
spectate.
mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone can watch any raid group. You got like even if
Yeah.
you're not, actually in the group, you could still
Mhm.
totally like if someone's streaming, feel free
Yeah,
to
as long as you're
observe.
respectful to the team, yeah, it's super fun. We have guest stars and watchers all the time that just pop in and
Mhm.
say hello, and it's fun. We are very encouraged by cookies, and someone literally gave us potions which allowed us to clear Shinryu with the tick of a healer dot. I'm not
Oh,
even joking.
wow.
So because we got potions, we literally got like a clear on an extreme. So we accept
Wow,
all
that's
gifts, and
awesome.
you're welcome. They are welcome. So thank you and support.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to go?
Well, I was wanting to say talking about Fight Club, but I guess now's the moment. I am stupid excited about Fight Club. Fight Club has been one of the things that has made me just so enthusiastic about this group for the last however long I've been doing it. Because when I first joined, even though I was somebody who had experience with doing higher end rating and stuff, I'd done Savages, but it was all mostly like Omega stuff. I was not confident in my capabilities, and I was not someone who felt like, and two teams had already been formed. I didn't really have a place I could fit in very easily. And also ultimates still scare the crap out of me because I'm a disabled person and I have problems with my hands and mobility, and I have other issues that I go through. So the idea of just going from this is the first time I'm doing an organized, savage fight or an organized fight to, oh God, now I'm being thrown into a 19-minute pull is just, it's a lot. It is a
It's
lot.
intimidating. Yeah.
And it's very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it, and the more I just sort of like talked to people and I subbed for the groups. In fact, I've subbed on every single role
Oh,
for both the
wow.
Buccaneers and for Clan Nutsy.
That's awesome.
So I got to know both teams really, really well. And I also help out with a lot of LFGs and a lot of other things in 14. And I have a lot of knowledge about all of these things because I have a deep hyper focus for this game. So I don't know lore, but I do know a lot of other stuff. So I thought about it, and I started talking to some of the people who were even experienced raiders, and there were a lot of like functionality, like basic gameplay stuff that seemed to be like communication wise missing in being able to explain mechanics or being able to explain how things would go together coordination wise, right? There's an entire language that raiders use to explain how they're going to do things in short form in chats. And I'll admit, like, I've been made fun of several times. It's like, oh, you don't know like north and south. And I'm like, no, I don't know what init 241 means. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what it means is I'll take the initial pull, you pull off of me, that sort of thing. That's what that means. But I didn't know.
Oh.
Nobody told me, and nobody wants to take the time to explain it. So I was like,
Yeah.
what we need is a place where people can jump in, experience maybe an older fight or an easier fight or something where we're not going to turn off echo, we're not going to take off our training wheels, as it were. We're just going to learn about coordination, how to listen to how to see the mechanics and how they're appearing, and how to work through them. And if nothing else, we're going to learn about team building, and we're going to learn about how like fight teams really kind of like communicate and work together. We're going to have a good time doing it. And we're going to completely remove as much intimidation as possible from the entire concept of raiding. Because I'm going to tell you right now, every single raider, especially top-end raiders, have died 1,000 times more than the sproutiest sprout. Death is in fact, or their characters falling off to ridiculous stuff is in fact
Right.
how they learn to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I also wanted to go through is I noticed from talking to a lot of other people that when they got into this game, they just sort of skipped through a lot of the ARR fights, a lot of the extreme fights, a lot of the lower level stuff. And I was like, so all of these people have this impression that this game at lower levels, even, oh, it's easy breezy. It only gets hard in the later stuff. And I'm like, no, I hate to tell you, this game has always been hard. This game has always had difficulty levels to it. This game has always had things you can learn. And so a lot of the fight and a lot of the terminology that we use in high-end rating is actually built upon the foundation of stuff that started in ARR. So I was like, if I could just get people over that hump and just want to join in for the funds and know that they've got a little bit of training wheel, they've got a little bit of confidence building, they've got somebody who will actually help talk them through, build them up, explain things. They can learn this foundation that all of these other people already have. So eventually they'll get built up to where they can walk into those things and just rock it out.
Yeah. And, so it's been really fun for me to see Fight Club come to life. And Violet, what I want to highlight for what this thing has done in terms of HJP as a whole is you created the thing that you wanted to be a part of, right? And
Yeah.
I think that is kind of the ethos of HJP, right? Like Tom made the Hildebrand event because he wanted the Hildebrand event, and there wasn't one,
Yeah.
right? And I just want to show like Fight Club is a weekly thing that is, it takes a lot of coordination, but you can do that. Like if you want to do something where, this is something you've always been interested, whatever, like you can totally start your own thing. Like it's that easy. It's just, you could just do it. Or you could start small. You can start with a one-off event or whatever. But I think with everything HJP is it's just a fresh perspective, a fresh take on everything, right? And I think like, especially for a lot of you guys, Violet included, like you guys have been playing this game for a really long time, so you know what's out there already, right? So to be able to like create this new thing for this very specific situation that obviously is resonating with people, we have a lot of first-time raiders in there. It's just really cool. It's cool that this thing exists. So, and I'm seeing all the fun that everyone's having with Fight Club, and obviously the other Sprout to Ultimate Legend groups. So I'm just I'm thrilled. I'm so excited, and shout out to you for kicking this off. Thank you for everything that you've put into it.
Much. I've had a lot of good, really positive feedback. I have a mix of people, from people who are experienced raiders. One of the things that has brought me great pleasure in all of this is that I have people who are experienced who come in, and I've been able to teach them things.
Oh, that's so
as
great.
Well as get people who are not used to this to come in and get comfortable with it. And we just have a good time every single time. And I want to encourage people that if you have a little bit of time on a Thursday or a Sunday, just check it out. Drop in, see what you think. We do go for 3 hours, but I will also let people know we don't always go for the full 3 hours. Sometimes we quit early, and the reason why I block it out that way is because I want people to not feel rushed. I want people to feel like they can be 5 minutes late if they absolutely need to be. That we have plenty of time for nice long 10 to 15 minute breaks in the middle, and we're not losing progress time, that we can actually work through things and talk through things. And I encourage people to, if they have advice, to give it so that we can figure out the problems ourselves.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so thank you so much, Violet. Thanks everyone who supported Violet, participated, and huge shout out to Marky, who was the mastermind behind the idea of Sprout to Ultimate Legend. I just think it's really cool. I think it's the fact that experienced raiders are raiding here is really cool. I would never think that is something that would come out of this community. So that's awesome. But then also, like, yes, total beginners, so people have never raided before. One day I will be able to say that I will have done one of these clears at some point, but I'm just it's just so cool. So yeah, and I know how connected you guys are. I know it's kind of like how I feel with Repo and Lethal, these other games that we play. You really get to know each other on just a different level, right? You're spending a lot of time together. You're solving this problem. There's team building. There's like you're getting creative. You're trying different things. Like that's just so meaningful connection, guys. It's in our mission. So give me a second. Let me just make sure. Okay. Cool. How are we doing? We good? So when will you try it out too? At some point, probably after I finish Dawn Trail. The thing that's holding me back is, I was talking about this at the Town Hall. The thing that's holding me back is like the time commitment, which was why probably I'm going to start with Fight Club because it's a drop in. And then maybe like we'll see from there. But all right, cool. Let me continue on. So other games, I kind of talked about this earlier. It is just so important for me for HJP to have other games, right? I want, I think 14 will always be a cornerstone of this community. The story is, there's just so many things to discuss with the story. And it, obviously, like if it resonates with you, we kind of already have this bond, right? But for all those other things, right? Like if you want to take a break from 14, that's okay. You don't have to leave. There's still other ways that you can connect with the community. And then also for the people who join the community, but they're not, like I think like Maker's a perfect example, who probably would not have played, like had never played a video game before. A self-proclaimed, are you here, Maker? You are not here. Self-proclaimed non-gamer is playing 14, is really having such a positive experience playing this game. I feel like that's going to be a lot. I don't think that's going to be an uncommon occurrence in HJP. Is like we are introducing, I forgot to change this. We are introducing 14 to total newbies, right? That's always really exciting. The fact that we could do the welcome party for retro, that was super fun. It's just really, we've all done this. It's really fun to encourage sprouts through what is Final Fantasy 14. But I want there to be other things, right? So, one thing I want to highlight is Repo is on sale right now until September 5th. If you have ever thought about this game, you've seen us play it, and you're like, what the hell is this? It is not, I don't want to say it's a horror game. It's scary, but it's not horror. I should have put a picture of Robe on here. The scariest looking enemy is just a dude in a robe. There's no blood, there's no gore, there's no zombies or anything like that. It really is a, one of the best multiplayer games I have ever played. It's so much fun. And one of the things that I am very cognizant about when it comes to these other games is I want there to be an opportunity for someone who has not yet played, right? So for Repo, if you haven't played Repo and you want to start today, I want you to be able to feel like you can. And you don't, I don't want it to be like, here's the established Repo crew that only plays together, and then like you can't, I don't want it to be a clique, right? Like I want it to be anybody can play these games. So I don't know if we do like a Repo Sprout event or something like that, if anyone's interested. But I do want to encourage you guys to give these other games a chance if you can. It's been so much fun. And I really do think that as we introduce HJP to other people, these are great, $6, $6.99. It's a very easy way, one-time fee to kind of dip your toe in. And this is not a complicated game. There's not a lot of mechanics or buttons or anything like that. So I think it's a nice stepping stone into our community and our Discord server and everything else that we have to offer. So, if you have any other games, right? Like of course, all of us here play a lot of RPGs. We play a lot of other games, but especially when it comes to multiplayer games where you guys can meet up in game, I'm happy to create a channel and a pingable role for you guys. So just let me know. I'm open to whatever. Awesome. Okay. Discord updates. Speaking of Discord, so I'm going to go over this really quickly. I try to keep you guys updated on any Discord updates. Discord is our home. I always want to try to see if we can, optimize it, make it more efficient for connection and all the things that we want to do here. So we have our new channels. We have our new pingable roles. I mentioned this at the last town hall. We cannot use the @here tag, right? You can't just @here in a channel because everyone has access to every single channel. That is intentional because as we are a digital community center, I want everyone to be able to walk the building and see every door open, right? Like you are welcome everywhere. Even if you're not interested in it, cool. But you might be later, right? So I just want everyone to be able to see everything. But that makes it really hard to send out announcements or, hey, we're going to play Peak today. Who wants in? So I made pingable roles, right? If you want me to make a pingable role about whatever it is, right? There's one for Raid. There's one for all these other games. I think I made one for Fight Club, right? Like whatever you guys want, I'm open. It's very easy for me to do on my end. And I just want to remind you guys that all the roles are here in the Choose Your Role channel. Okay, so if you're like, I don't know what new ones have been added, it's just right here on the Choose Your Roles. There's a description for every single role, and then you just react to the ones that you are interested in, and you can unreact if you want to take it off, or you can just right click on your name, and then you have your roles here, and then you could just check the ones that you want to be or remove or whatever. The other thing I want to remind you guys is if you go to browse channels on the top of the channel list, you will see every single channel in our server. And if you want to like unfollow because you're like, there's no way I'm going to be interested in raids or whatever, you could just unfollow that entire category and you won't even, I don't think you would even see it in your channel list, right? So I just want to give you that option. Everyone has access to see everything. But if you want to try to like clean up your notifications or whatever without muting the entire server, there's options, right? And if you want me to create a custom pingable role for you guys to make it easier for you guys to connect and communicate, just let me know. The other thing here is the sign-in sheet. So this is our new channel, the sign-in sheet channel. When I say that there have been 150 HJP events, the reason why I know that is because we keep track, right? We've got our Google spreadsheet here. This is everything from our very first event, Roleplay 101 with Tin and Fevra back in February 15th. We had 9 people in attendance. We have every single event that HJP has ever had logged in this spreadsheet. It wasn't until August that we started counting unofficial events, right? Because you guys know we do. You guys meet up all the time in the voice chat, but especially as we are a nonprofit, when I approach potential partners and I say, "Hey, we're super active," I feel like it's like a community center. Anytime the community center is being used, I wanted to be able to keep track of that. So it's not something I want to like heavily enforce. Like if you forget to log your hangout in the screenshot channel, that is fine, right? But as much as possible, if we can make sure to just collectively catalog when you guys are doing something together, right? Whatever you think the equivalent of the community center is in use, right? So think of the analogy I've been using is like the YMCA or the Boys and Girls Club. A lot of them have a basketball court, right? And I'm sure they have like basketball classes and camps and stuff like that and leagues, but there's time where it's just open court, right? Drop-in games, whatever it is. But all of it counts. The basketball, the lights have to turn on. Someone has to clean up the court, blah, blah, blah. So, even if it's informal or unofficial, I want to make sure to count that. So the thing that we have been doing is just kind of screenshotting the voice chat. You can see Cirilla here, just like screenshotted. It's not, as you can see in the spreadsheet, I don't need to know who was there. I just need to know how many people were there. How many people, right? This column right here is who is the leader of the event, if there is one. If there isn't one, that's fine. But one of the things that we want to encourage with HJP, or one of the things that we thought was really cool, was people leading events for the first time, right? Just to be able to provide that leadership opportunity, because people just haven't done that, or it can be really scary, or you're trying something new, you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And so I always share that. Like, I count how many unique leaders were there in the month of July, right? Or June. There were 9 different people who led events in June, 14 different people in May. A lot of you guys repeat lead, right? Myself included. So like, obviously I'm the leader of the town hall. And then if I do another event, it would be the same person because I'm just one person. But anytime we can encourage people who have never led an event before, I think being able to provide that leadership opportunity is really cool. So anyway, all that to say, if you guys are doing anything that you consider like the community center in use, this is what the sign-in sheet channel is for. Okay, cool. Any questions about that? I think we're good. Let me just check in with the chat. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So moving on to new members. This I kind of just wanted to have a discussion about. I don't know what the answer is, right? So I've kind of said a few times during the town hall, I want to do recruitment, right? I think it'd be really exciting. I think HJP is ready for it. It took a lot of the past couple months and weeks doing the nonprofit things. I like that we've taken the time to test things, try things, modify, optimize. I didn't know anything about Discord. And now I consider myself a master, to the point where I actually did Discord consulting the other day, which is crazy. So I needed to learn that. I needed the skill set, and that goes for just the entirety of the community. We just needed to iron out a lot of things, right? So all that to say, I feel like we're ready for new members. We've had a handful of members in the past month, and I keep an eye, like, how do you guys integrate yourselves into a very established community? This is the challenge for any community. It's not just HJP, right? You have people who already know each other. We already have inside jokes. We know each other, right? There's a familiarity, there's a rapport. And then there's somebody who has no idea, and they're staring at this circle on the playground, and they cannot. What is the icebreaker? What is the hand that reaches out? Who is the person that's like, hey, check this out? Like, this would be a great event for you who doesn't know anybody, right? I don't know what the answer is, right? I think there's a bunch of ways we can do that. Zero made that awesome video, the new member orientation. That is, we have our welcome doc, all of that. One thing I do want to highlight was a recent member who joined does not play 14, right? And so I don't think they're here, but I haven't seen them in anything else. And so I'm like, okay, yeah. There's no bridge, right? So I don't know what that means. I know we originally talked a town hall or two ago about doing a new member orientation every, whenever we feel like we need it. So I think if in September the focus is recruitment, then probably what we could say is, as I put videos out and encourage people to check us out, maybe what I could say is, hey, we're going to have a new member orientation September 20th or whatever it is. And then so like people can join and then look forward to that. So at least there's something, there's going to be an icebreaker that they can look forward to. But I'm open to ideas, right? So I guess the thing for discussion right now is, like, do you have any ideas for like new members who play 14 and who don't? It's kind of open-ended. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Perhaps we could do something where event descriptions can make a point to mention in the body of it, to say, like, this is encouraged for new members to join, great opportunity to hang out. And then I'm not quite sure how often folks like see the event journals, or where they have access to all the different forums, but I guess maybe like throwing it in chat. I've been trying to do it where it's like I throw it in the general or throw it in FF14 chat, and so and then yeah, of course, just mentioning like, oh, these are all public events, so even if you wanted to just hang out and just chill, lurk, you don't even need to. You could write in chat, and that's perfectly cool to hang out with us, because that's a great way to get to know people. Like you hear everybody's voices, you get to hear people chill, and then get comfortable that way. And then over time, the hope is that you get to really feel comfortable in the community, and be part of everything that's going on.
Yeah, I think I think what we do a really good job of is the variety of events, right? Because especially if you play 14, like if you already play, then you already speak the language. You don't even need to do voice chat. You can talk in game, right? And that's like really safe. And then of course, if you want to push out your comfort zone, then we have obviously a ton of voice chat events. And we're not just a rating community. Awesome, right? We do glam stuff and all kinds of other stuff. So I like that there is variety. I like the idea of, in our events, like when you guys create events, I guess like let's make sure to highlight, like speak the language of a newbie, right? Um, just in case, like I'm thinking of like Retro and Maker. I'm thinking of them because they are our newest sprouts, right? Like Maker's still in Heaven's Ward. I think Retro is too, and so like I think we're good at the spoiler thing, but it's like there's a language that comes with each expansion, right? When it comes to prerequisites and stuff like that. So let's just, I don't know, be cognizant of that. I think you guys do a pretty good job of that, but yeah. Marky is saying introduction thingy in Discord, but should be super visible and not hidden in the forums. Oh, yeah. I was so bummed that I made it as a forum. Okay, so what Marky is referring to? What's up?
Oh, that's the forum with everybody sharing their information about themselves.
Yeah. So here's our
Okay.
introduction post. This goes all the way to the very beginning, November 3rd, 2024. And I'm so bummed my Discord newbiness, I made this as a forum. Because there's no way to convert this into a channel. And I didn't want like everyone's like, if I create a new channel, you guys have to reintroduce yourselves. But I don't know, maybe it's time. So you know what? I like that idea. I think we're gonna go with it. I'll make an introduction channel and I can put it under start here. What do you guys think about that?
Good idea.
Yeah,
is.
that's actually an excellent idea. Every other Discord that I'm a member of, basically starts you with start here, you choose your roles, and then the introduction channel pops up and you introduce yourself, and that's where everybody gets a chance to say hello, know who you are, know what you're about, and it's really easy to access. When I first joined, it took me, oh gosh, I joined in March, and I didn't start talking to people until April.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I didn't really know what I didn't know what I was very nervous. So
Sure. Yeah.
and having an introduction channel makes it a little bit easier. You can kind of scroll up, you can see what people's sense of humor is like, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but you just have to create a format for that so that everybody kind of keeps to a very brief little, like, here's the games I play, here's the things I do, here's a little bit about me, and this is like a little symbol that's me. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe use the intro channel for the member directory to everyone can reintro. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna add it to.
Is there a way we can make that channel more public instead of hidden away in the forums?
No.
So we can just move it up to no. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because I thought I would. I've thought about this because I didn't want the history of that post to just fade away. But you can't. There's no way to make a forum post its own channel. So we're just gonna reintroduce ourselves, which is totally fine. I'll make sure to include the link to that post. So if anyone wants to, like, I don't know, there is a link if someone wants to see the humble beginnings of HJP. But okay, cool, awesome. Let me just
throw it in the archive, Heather.
The post,
the forum, the old forum, just so it stays around.
Oh yeah. I won't get rid of it. Yeah, it'll still be there. I can't I don't think I can archive an actual post, but it'll be here. Okay.
One of the frustrating things about Discord in general is that the most accessible parts of it are the channel system, and everything else is just sort of
buried,
stuffed in places. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys have any thoughts about like the new member experience? Anything else you think we can improve, or I don't know, things we should be thinking about? I mean, I think our start here section is pretty good. I guess one thing that we could just keep in mind, and maybe, events crew, I can pass this on to you guys. When we hit 10 new members, right? Like if 10 from here to like mid-September, if we get to 10 new members, like maybe we should have some kind of new member, some icebreaker, orientation, activity, something, or maybe the membership crew.
Like a new member mixer sort of thing. We're
I
doing
got
something that
so
maybe isn't-
much whatever it is for calling it a mixer. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it.
I'm so old. I'm sorry. But no, the biggest problem that you have to overcome with it, especially when you have a variety group, is that much like variety YouTubers, is that how do you pin that down and yet at the same time produce something that everybody can participate in. So it's
Yeah.
got to be something that, like, because I'll be honest with you, I think the anime nights are great, but I'm not probably ever going to participate because I am super particular about the anime that I watch. So that wouldn't be something for me. But at the same time, there's like, there are a lot of things we can do that are maybe even not game dependent, or if
Yeah.
they are game dependent, they're like web game dependent.
Yeah.
That we can do as like mixed groups.
I think the last new member thing we played a lather round. Buck, I think you did it. I think that was our new
Yeah.
member. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on,
Time-
I wanted
Kay
to
is saying
butt
the
in real
time
quick
zone.
and say to-
What's up?
Oops, sorry, I want to butt in real quick and say to Violet that maybe the anime event is for you, because I am super particular too, and I like it because I watch a whole bunch of stuff I would never have watched.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you never know. Let me come through
True.
one day.
Kay is saying time zone is the biggest enemy. Yeah. So I know I've told you guys this a lot. And I think you guys know, I follow through on things, right? This is why I trying to keep us accountable. I believe that we are going to have people from more time zones, right? So eventually it would not surprise me if there's a whole little Japan crew or, Asian crew, and I would really like a UK crew if possible, but I just feel like they're like exactly the opposite time zone. So but I really do think that, especially with 14, and you know how it is with YouTube, you just never know who's watching. And we're already international as it is. If we, focused on this, it would not surprise me if we get people from all time zones. So all that being said, I'm hoping that when they join, they can make their own thing, right? And they could just, I can, if there's ever a chance you want me to record an event and put it on the YouTube channel, let me know. I'm happy to do that, so we can refer like, hey, here's an example of this or whatever it is. Always happy to do that. All right, cool. So let's like just we don't have to solve this right now, but just know that I'm thinking about it, right? I want everyone here to think about it. I just want the new member experience to be a fun one, right? I've seen people who have joined and then dropped off, but then come back, which is really cool, right? But if possible, like, especially from what I'm hearing after posting so much about HJP, people are curious and they just, I know they don't know how to like get in. So I need to do a better job of explaining what it means. Anyway, I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking about it. I want you guys to think about it. If you have any ideas, please let's just keep it top of mind, and let's all be aware of it. I did pitch this before. I think Marky remembers this, but I wanted to do a Sprout campaign, right? Like if you've never played, like imagine the YouTube video, right? You've never played Final Fantasy 14 before. Guess what? In our Discord server, we're all going to start together. So here's your chance to start with other people. You're going to, you could join our free company, start here on this server. You will always have people to play with. We'll walk you through everything. And then that way there's like a cohort of people going through. That's kind of what I'm imagining this to be, but not as like formalized. So we'll see. I will keep you guys updated. Awesome. Okay, let me move on. So, boom, back to our keynote. Merch. I am wearing merch. Let me show you guys merch if you didn't see this on the MSQ discussion. Oh, check it out. HJP. Hold up, there's a back. Oh. Yes. We don't have to go with the hockey jerseys, but this is the point in the presentation when I pass it off to the Merch Guild. Church, you want to take it away? Church, you here, man?
Yeah, I'm here. I just
There.
eating.
Oh,
So,
you're good. Do you?
s-
You're good. Can you go?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So hello,
Just tell me when
everyone.
to
welcome
push the button.
to my I will. Welcome to the HJP merch presentation of this town hall and whatnot, or the church merch, as Tom put it. So you can go to the next slide. So a little bit about myself. My name is Ben, also known as UPS Church, also known as Hoka in the Warrior of Light in Final Fantasy 14, and you can see my roles and my hobbies that I tend to do every day, just to de-stress and whatnot. You can go on to the next slide. So this is the storefront that we are using in the fourthwall.com. I will be working more on making it a little bit more prettier, as you can say, but the color theme is still the same, purple and blue. As you can see up in the upper right, that little blue icon is like the secondary color for everything else. But this is what the storefront will look like when you're purchasing and whatnot. You can go to the next slide. So we have some sample merch so far. As you can see, I'm already wearing one of the hoodies that I designed and whatnot. Did the mugs as well, thanks to Tin and the fabulous picture that she took of everyone, and stickers, which is that just came in yesterday. So I have not been able to implement it to anything at the moment, but I will keep everyone updated on that. I did send Heather and Tin one of the coffee mugs, so they should be getting them within the next few days, holiday depending and whatnot. So look out for more. I know there will be, we're trying to focus on stickers and mugs at the moment. We are in discussions about having like a holiday slash, seasonal theme for each for like mugs and whatnot. That'd be all up to 10 and how many people she's gonna bring in to do that particular season and whatnot, which I think is a great idea. Um, so far, I've been really happy with the sample merch, how they turn out and all that stuff. Uh, Especially with the mug, I thought the picture was gonna be really grainy, um, and whatnot. But you can go to the next slide, and I will show you guys what I mean by like the sizing and all that stuff. So here is the design page for the merch and whatnot. So you'll see within the a very faint box within the like the hoodie that you see. When you expand it, it will let you know whether or not it's going to be an average type detail for the design, or it's going to be a really bad detail of the design. So, you can't blow up whatever you have and make it look really, really pretty. Y- There's a whole sizing thing that you have to worry about when you're adding design into apparel or stickers or the mug and whatnot. So Still trying to figure all that out and whatnot. We can go to the next slide. So what Heather is wearing is coming from fansidea.com. So there's a different variety of colors, different jerseys, not just hockey, but the two types of football, both American soccer and international football. There's also basketball and all the other different type of jerseys that you can have on top. You can go to the next page. And so you can see here what you would look like, what it would look like when you're adding the details to your jersey. Your name, the number you want, the team logo, which would probably be like HJP or any logo in that nature that you want. You can add it on here and all that stuff. So that is my presentation.
Yay! Church merch. Thank you, Church, for putting together those slides and for doing all the research, for setting up our store. I'm so excited. This is like dope, dude. I would wear it more often. It's still 100 degrees out here, so I will definitely be sporting this a lot in the fall and winter. But I'm just excited that there is a store, right? That there's like, this is just a thing that we can do. So, I told the merch guilds I would like to start small, like low ticket, low price things. Stickers and mugs were the things that stuck out to me. And I want it to be a community thing, right? Like, you guys, I'm thinking of Maple, who isn't here, but is very artistic. Ishtar, you too, everyone in that art channel. If you guys want to like pitch an idea for something small, like a sticker, we can have multiple, right? It doesn't just have to be the one thing. I think that's cool that we'll actually have like a physical thing that represents HJP. So of course we can eventually, it's not that I'm against apparel, but I just want to make sure that we have, budget wise, something that is low cost and then, is apparel cost, right? So if you have any ideas for the merch guild, you guys all have access to that channel. If you have, screenshots or whatever it is, I think everyone here can help, figure out resolutions and stuff like that. Yeah, I am so excited. I'm glad that the mugs turned out well, because I got mine from Vistaprint and it's not something I would want to sell. And it was insanely expensive. So, I'm just glad, shout out again, merch, Church, for finding for setting all this up and for doing the research. I really appreciate it. And I'm just excited that this is going to be a thing. Like, if you know what we should do, we should totally have this ready by our anniversary. Like, by October 13th, we should have like a thing to commemorate our 1-year anniversary of HJP. Oh, you guys putting it out there into the universe. Let's make that happen. Yeah, I feel like that'd be UPS merch.
Ask,
I feel like that'd
shall
be
receive.
Yes, let's go. Okay. So, any questions about merch? How we doing? I see discussions here in the chat. Okay, everyone's excited about the church merch. Awesome. Okay. So I have one more thing. One very, very, very important thing. This is the last thing to announce. And it's very important, guys. And I think you guys, know what I'm going to say.
Oh.
Okay.
Cirilla, hang on. Cirilla, that's actually good that you brought that up, because I was going to mention this. You guys have seen, well, hopefully you guys have seen the summer picture that I did.
Yes.
Church put together a couple things. I think it was a mug and a sticker. We'd love to do that. I have no problem doing seasonal pictures of you guys, and we'll have one for the autumn and for Christmas and all that other stuff. If this is something you guys would be interested in, these would be limited time, like they would only be available for like 2 to 3 months. If it's something that you guys would be interested in, let us know, because Not gonna lie, that image took me almost 5 hours to put together just in game, not to mention post-processing. So, if not enough people are interested in it, there's no point in the church and I going through all that effort if only one or two people are gonna buy a $10 mug. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think our anniversary merch is definitely a thing. So maybe we can, I don't know, let's talk about it. Like if we end up like taking a new picture for it, like a ORT photo, that was really fun. I don't know. I want to see what you guys want to do. I really want this to be a community thing. I'm going to take a step back cuz I want it to be a symbol of our community. Okay.
too bad
Tin,
you're gonna be as the center of the picture, so it says
Tin,
Heather just play at the top of it. So what do you
HJP.
expect?
Oh, here's a question.
Tin, would you?
Actually, no, Cirilla, you go.
I'll just be real quick. Tin, would you be opposed to like having like a few folks maybe like do a request ever? Like, like, hey, me, Siri, and you can be like doing something in Ishgard and have our characters like do something really neat. And then, have that turned into merch just for us specifically. Would you ever be down for something like that, or
Oh yeah, I can absolutely do something like that. And I
because
might
that'd
be
be fun. I'd
wrong,
love that.
but I know Church. You were saying something like it takes you almost no time at all to put these together. Like the mugs, especially. It's literally just I send Church the picture and he slaps it on a mug.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's not a
Oh, how
problem. I
fun.
have no problem treating you guys as my own little personal models. As far as that is concerned, though, too, I do want to say I know a couple of you were giving me blanket yeses for using your characters. That's not okay with me. I never want to ask somebody for something and you'd be like, "Oh, you don't worry about it. I'm always a yes. I'm going to ask you every time I want to use you." Um, that sounds terrible.
Use us,
um,
Dan.
That makes
when,
sense.
but yeah, whenever I'm going to use you in an image, and for the fall one, for instance, it's going to be different. None of the people you saw in the summer picture will be in this fall picture, and same going for the Christmas or holiday or whatever. So we're going to make sure that everybody gets to be put on a mug or a sticker or what have you eventually.
Well, you never ask me.
Well, I
Going
just
forward.
listen.
Go-
That's not how inspiration works, Gma.
Yes. Yes. So you guys know when it comes to like permission of anything, it's like a top priority, especially as a nonprofit. Like we've got a photo video release form that we created for anyone who wants to do like the face reveal on the channel and stuff like that. Obviously, when it comes to your 14 characters, you don't have to go that far, but we are going to ask. We are going to ask, and we will not assume. Just because. Okay. Cool. I'm so excited. If you guys have any ideas, like workshop, brainstorm, I think it'll be really fun. You could turn it into an event. It'll be really fun, like sticker competition, like you can try to come up with the best concept for a sticker or something like that. I don't know. I like it. I like where we're going. Okay. So, really quick, the very last announcement. What's up?
Yay, merch.
Yay, merch. Merch. Okay, so I'm gonna hype it up again. You guys know I'm so excited about this. I know we're all excited about this, and I really hope that we can all go. Change the slide. FANFEST. April. HJP. Let's go. I would love for this to be, I know eventually HJP Japan Con is going to happen. I don't think we expected FanFest to be this April. Because FanFest doesn't happen often, I feel like this should be the priority. And I think that obviously for a lot of us, it's probably easier to get to than, flying international. So, if you don't know about FanFest, this is a lottery system to even get a ticket in, which is insane. But it's in Anaheim, California. It's also where Disneyland is. And so what I'm thinking, and Marky has, I think Marky and Church have gone to FanFest. Well, Church has gone to FanFest, but didn't actually get tickets to go in, but still had a great time just hanging out with everyone. Same with Anime Expo. When Tom and I went, the 14 cosplay event wasn't even in the ticketed area of Anime Expo. And that's just Anime Expo, right? Like, people were meeting up outside. Yoshi P was going through the cosplay event. It was not inside the gates. I imagine that happening at the 14th specific thing, right? So, obviously, manifest to the universe. We all get tickets and we all go, right? But planning for reality, not all of us will get tickets. So I think it would be really cool if we went anyway, right? Like, the people who don't get to go to FanFest can go to Disneyland or something like that. There's so many things to do in the Anaheim area, OC area. I know a lot of people here haven't been to California. That's actually where I went to college. I went to UC Irvine. So I know the area very well. So I'm excited. I really hope that this could be like an HJP meetup, like our first HJP meetup. So I just wanted to plant the seed. If it's something that you need to save up for, whatever it is, I feel like it would be just such a cool. I just want to meet you guys. I want to see you guys in person. I think it'd be a really cool thing. So I'm just gonna put this out there and start manifesting. Yes. Yeah, it is. Where a lot of things are at the Anaheim Convention Center. VidCon's at the Anaheim Convention Center. Anyway, so that was my last thing. Well, actually, there's one more thing. The very, very last thing is highlights, shout outs, feedback, questions. It's open floor time. I want to throw it out to you guys. If there's anyone that you want to highlight or shout out for, something that they did that was really cool, give some recognition, show some love, that's awesome. But if you have any feedback or questions about anything, you have everyone here who, can chime in and have a discussion about it. So turning it all over to you guys. Doop.
FanFest. I went to FanFest, and I want to say, if we get the opportunity to go, please take it. It's the easiest time in the world to just be a nerd. Like, to be surrounded by Final Fantasy 14 people, and like to not have to explain yourself, and to be in the inside joke. It's such an opportunity. I had to save a lot of money, get work time off of work, but I got lucky in the second round of the lottery. So I highly encourage to look at some content, see if it might be something you're interested in terms of stuff that happens. But I can't sing its praises enough. That entire weekend, I met I met my FC members from Balmong. I went to some crazy parties, and I fell asleep at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yay.
Something that we could do to increase the chances of everybody getting a ticket. I've seen other FF14 communities do where for folks that weren't planning on even going, they would still roll, and if they got a code, I think it is, they would give it to members who were planning on going. So it kind of increases your chances of going. But I mean, worst case scenario, we go to Disneyland. Oh, sorry? Wait,
that's a great idea. No, sorry, I'm just saying that's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, I'd get FOMO. I'd like, wave, if I didn't get in,
Me
I would just
too.
emote wave to everybody as they walked away,
I just wanted to let y'all know, because I think this is the coolest damn thing I've heard. I was looking at Dragon Con, which is a big event that's happening in my town this weekend. And it used to be the convention I went to and volunteered for my birthday. every year. And they are literally doing a Find the Final Fantasy 14 fish at the Georgia Aquarium as an event
wow,
at
that's
the
amazing.
Dragon Con.
Wow.
It is so cool. It is
That's-
literally a fish scavenger hunt for
How
Final
cool.
Fantasy 14.
The
Oh my God,
fishing
what a
community
great
is the
idea.
backbone of the Final Fantasy 14 community.
It is so
The
great.
panel on fish at the last FanFest.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14, as much as people want to down it or they want to talk about it, like it's literally so huge. It's starting to show up at
Yeah.
Dragon Con and a lot of other conventions
awesome.
outside of the places it used to. I think that the community is getting bigger and I think it's getting stronger.
That makes me so happy.
Oh, the Georgia Aquarium is incredible. That's something that would totally get me. I'd be like, oh, that's it. That's my
Same.
$40 event.
Wait, so for folks that have gone to FanFest, it's just like a weekend thing? You know, like you take some time off if
2
you're
days?
working like
3 days?
weekends during your job, and then just fly over to Vegas, which was last time, now Anaheim for this one? Is that how it's gonna go?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
really traditionally structured. It's nothing surprising. They just open up the convention center, they give you a schedule, and then they have a lot of satellite events. So tons of creators and other people are doing things. When you go to FanFest, you start to realize the communities that have kept this game alive. There's also the most important part is we get to do a Warrior of Light sticker exchange.
Oh.
It's actually a big thing. People make stickers or commission artists to do their Warriors of Light, and people just go exchange stickers and make friends and like
Oh, that's cool.
it's real. It's when I say it's as simple, it's the simplest way to like interact with people with with an easy introduction runway. Oh yeah,
I
me,
have a
I love
sticker
it. It's right up my alley.
from Brian
Quick question.
Ricardo.
Oh, go ahead.
If you guys know who he is, Brian Ricardo, he's in our community, but he is a 14 creator, and he does he like MCs like PvP events officially with Square Enix.
Oh my
and
god,
14.
that's so cool!
Yeah, I have a sticker.
Yeah, they have.
we met in
PvP
person
events
at
there, too. They
Anime
had Crystal and
Expo.
Conflict World Championships or something.
Siri, I cut you off.
FanFest, Yoshi P was. Oh, I was gonna say 2 things. The last FanFest, Yoshi P was sitting on the floor doing a PvP concert, like 5 feet in front of me. So it was very cool. And second thing, last time on Sunday they had like a big like concert. Is that like normal for FanFest, or was that just like it just happened to fall on the last day of FanFest?
I feel like that's normal.
Oh, that one.
Based
I think
on
that was
YouTube
intentional.
videos.
From what I understand, that was intentionally scheduled just for the event. There is always music at the FanFest from what the videos that I seen from 2016.
Mhm.
But the Distant Worlds is usually, I think that they planned it together because they knew they would guarantee a sellout audience.
Gotcha. Thanks.
But it's Anaheim, so if we're gonna be in Anaheim, I know that convention center really well. They're my rivals in Orange County for event management. So I know them very well. There's definitely going to be satellite events. And so if you don't even get tickets to 14 FanFest, we could totally do our own thing. There's going to be enough satellite events, and we could bring our own party. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. So we're planting seeds, manifesting. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to
Worst case
promise.
scenario, we all can't get in. We sit in, we go to like a hotel room and we watch it on YouTube all together and have our own little private fan fest.
Yeah. Like I can't promise anything, but we are a nonprofit. I'm trying to work with some partners here. I don't want to finish that sentence because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But if cost is a huge thing, we'll see, right? So we're just putting it out. I cut somebody off. Who was that? Buck, was that you?
I just said I've been to Anaheim convention multiple times with BlizzCon for like 5 years in a row. So I know that place inside and out. It's huge.
It's big.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is cool. Do you know like about the hotels we should stay in? Because it'd be lovely if somebody gave that
There's
information.
a couple hotels
Let's
right
just
next
say,
to it. There's hotels
yeah,
right
it's
next
like
to
right
that.
next to Disneyland. So there's
You're right next to
hundreds
Disneyland.
of
and
hotels.
Oh, I didn't realize we were that close to Disney.
It
Yeah,
is
you can
like
walk
you
they
can
share a
literally walk to
street.
Disneyland from there.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
the Anaheim
crazy.
Convention Center's like literally across the street from Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's
And then
seriously
you can-
crazy.
Then there's
you
two
probably
there's
can
two
do
hotels right there at the plaza. I used to
Mhm.
stay in one when I'd go to SIGGRAPH, which was there at Anaheim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if not, you can walk down to like downtown Disney, which is another area that
And
we
free.
can all get together, have dinner or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like an
walk,
outdoor mall
yeah,
area.
kind of deal.
It'll be fun. Like, yeah. So let's all try to get tickets, whether we're gonna go or not, right? And then for
And if we can't
like
go, then we just scalp them.
You can't actually. They're unscalpable.
We'll see.
I'll
We'll
find a way.
see how we let's just put it out there, right? I just want to let you know that
we'll-
like we're gonna
Spread it
go.
out.
Like Tom and I are gonna go because obviously for us it's like it's 2 hours away, so it's easy for us. But I wish it were. I think me and Tom and Buck. I think we're the only ones in SoCal. I think everyone else is far away. You have to jump on a plane to get here. So, but I just think that would be so cool. I think this would just be like such an appropriate HJP meetup, right? I don't know, just
Good timing.
be really cool.
It's not bad timing.
That's a legit HJP con.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
And
14.
I've done
Or
I've
road
done,
trip.
large scale events for a living. So when it comes to like travel management, when it comes to like if people need help booking hotels, that stuff I can actually help the community do, like do bookings and helping people save money and things like that, and doing travel arrangements, because this is my neighborhood. I actually, when I say that the Anaheim Convention Center was my rivals, is like for professionally, yeah, that was like for a large portion of my life. So I used to do events, so I could help bring us together if we really want to come together as a community and try to eliminate barriers, like especially when like where do I need to stay, how much is it going to cost. I can help people figure that out.
this,
So if you want to
Buck.
privately
Like,
message me,
Yeah.
if you don't want to
Yeah.
bring it up in front of everyone, but if you want to know the actual costs of traveling and staying in Southern California for a weekend, I can privately and help you assess what the budget would look like. It's going to be an investment. It's very real. But for me, I said I did not do anything that year. I didn't do
Yeah,
anything in
like-
2023. And I went to FanFest, and that was good. And I was good until right now.
Yeah, like a single day at Disneyland with a park hopper is $190.
Yeah.
For one person.
It's
That's
going to be an
if you don't live in Southern California, though. Most of the theme parks and stuff like that in SoCal have this wonderful thing where if you live there, they give you a little bit of a discount. So.
It's like the
Anymore.
tiniest
Luckily,
discount, though.
we have friends in high places. It's not
Not
much of a
anymore.
discount, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're pretty much like they're not giving us anybody discount right at this moment.
I know it sucks, but like all I want to say, I can't make any promises, right? But like, if we could help, I'm going to try my hardest, right? So I just before it's a hard no, I don't want to get your hopes up, but before it's a hard no, I just I feel like this is a unique opportunity, is what I'll say. So I'm gonna work really hard. We'll see.
Yeah.
Any
Also, worst case scenario.
yeah,
Oh,
what's
sorry.
up? No, go ahead.
Like as a community thing, like we could just try to create vlogs, like for whoever goes. Like that's a fun way for like those that don't go to
Live
still
streams.
partake, because you get to watch, everything that had happened. Like I think when you did the vlog for the anime event that you went with Tom, it was cool for those of us obviously who didn't go, just to check out what you guys saw. So that's something that's also up in the air that we could do.
Yeah, and Cirilla is gonna vlog with me in person tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because
Sunday.
yeah. Okay. Because I'm heading to New York for this panel that I'm insanely nervous about, which is why I wasn't gonna mention it. But Cirilla is a train ride away, so is gonna be there. And then the other panelist is actually Kat, who is on our board of directors. So it's gonna be crazy that like half our board is meeting in person. I'm just excited about it. But anyway, yes.
And we're gonna get to see it where?
There's a link. There's a link in the
Yeah.
In the
You
event.
sounded so like that pulling teeth to say that.
You just have to give your email. You just have to give your email, and then it'll give you, I think, like a code for the online link, and then you'll be right there with us live when HJP is on the internets. Yeah, it'll be awesome. There you go. Thanks, Tin.
Okay. So who we sending the email to?
If you there's a link in this event, Gmail.
Yep.
And
okay, never mind. I know I'm not gonna understand. I'm outside and don't have a pen. I'm gonna bug somebody else later on for the info.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, the event, the people who are flying me out it's B&H Photo, and they are a actually, Tom, are you there? Do you want to explain what B&H is?
I know B&H. I just got ordered a green screen.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, I just ordered it from your video. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's where the panel is at their store.
So I'm gonna call them and get the info.
Yeah, so B&H. They are a retailer of broadcasting, photo, video, podcasting equipment. And I don't know how the heck I ended up on this panel about video podcasting 101. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I am insanely nervous, but yeah. Anyway, let's see. Any other highlights, shout outs, feedbacks, questions?
I would like to shout out to absolutely all of the people who have helped me run my events. Honestly, as an ADHD distracted person, it has been amazing to have Arcana and Church and honestly all of the people who have participated in Fight Club, Spud, love your energy, absolutely everybody who comes by and helps out. I am so excited for all of y'all to be there, and I'm so glad that you're having a good time.
What about the watchers?
And especially thanks to all of the watchers who keep the energy going and the energy alive. We're so happy to have all of you there.
I would just say a big thank you to Violet for always keeping these events running and keeping a positive attitude even through 962 million wipes. She helps us stay sane, which is a monumental task sometimes. And I appreciate everything she's doing.
It's okay. I get it.
Y'all are great. Don't worry about it. The more you die, the more you learn. Yay!
Kay is wanting to shout out people who participated in the quiz night, the Final Fantasy quiz night, and a big thanks to Fevra who helped make I don't know how many questions it was. 50? Some crazy amount of questions for the questionnaire. And you know, the Final Fantasy quiz night is just such a fun way to reminisce and bond over the Final Fantasy series. You know, it's something that many of us have in common. It's just really fun. So, you know, yeah, shout out.
He's not here right now, but I do want to give a shout out to Atlas for well, actually I want to give a shout out to a lot of people, so instead of doing everything there, but I also do want to double on the Violet. I couldn't have finished the patch content if you didn't help me with like trials and raids and getting people together. So thank you very much. But yeah, Atlas has been great as a peak scoutmaster, like the good scoutmaster, and then also just for like anytime I've had questions of like Black Mage or anything, he could just jump in and show like an awesome rotation and how to use things I didn't know. And he's just like an awesome teacher that is happy to teach and never asks for anything in return. And I think that's awesome.
Hey. Yeah, so speaking of Atlas, since Atlas is the one who I think introduced us to Peak. Peak is another game that we're playing in HJP. If you are looking at the repo photo and you're like, that's a horror game, Heather, and I don't care what you say, Peak is not. Promise. It's a climbing simulator of all things. You climb a mountain. But it is a really fun team building event. Again, this is one of those Steam games that's like, I don't know, $7 or something, but it's, I think, the #1 selling Steam game right now or something like that. It's just really, really fun. So if you want to, if you want to connect with other HJP members in a different way, definitely recommend giving Peak a try. And we're happy to walk you through like any of these games. Siri is the best teacher. So if you want to, dip a toe, let us know.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. I'm serious. I really want to do like a repo for newbie event, something
How
like
to
that.
Peak 101.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? Cirilla wanted to shout out to any new members here at HJP. We see you and we hope you're enjoying yourself in the community. We'll be brainstorming ways for you to continue hanging out with us. Yes, for sure. Anybody else want to chime in? Feedback, highlight, shout outs, questions? I see you guys typing. I want to shout out Jiro and T, our very committed keepers, our FC keepers. I really appreciate you guys just always, doing the subs and the crops and the buffs and all of that. And T, I really appreciated your like the shore leave events, like the house tour were super fun, Lollapalooza, all those things. You're kind of the spearheader of those types of events, and they're always super fun. So yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah, and Jiro hasn't killed a plant in several months. I'm very proud of him.
Oh, I didn't know that. Even people who aren't part of the FC can water the crops. One of the things that I feel like we're going to have to address at some point is our cross-world link shell is full. We have not, it's something that we've tried to address. We have not found an answer. So I don't know what to do about that, but we're at capacity.
They start kicking fools. K's first.
Does that mean you can't travel to Kraken? Is that what you're saying?
No, that just means that you can't communicate with us when you're not on Kraken.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're already in there, Gma, so it's not something you need to worry about, but we can't add new people.
Okay. I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It involves crimes. Yeah. So it's something that we're gonna have to think about. Let's see. Anything else? Anyone else want to? I'm gonna go to the top of the hour. So we got 5 more minutes. If anyone wants to ask questions, shout outs, I can fill the time too. Got a lot of alts in there. Might be fixed by dropping some of those. Yes, I love the avatar. We all love the avatar. Tin.
Oh, thank you.
It's gorgeous.
I got a shout out.
What's up,
I want to
Gma?
shout out to everybody's activities that I've crashed. I appreciate you letting me watch you. I enjoy it every time I watch it, and I learn every time I watch it. And probably not as good as if I'm in there, but I learn. So I appreciate you letting me crash and then explaining something to me when I ask a question. I really, really, really appreciate it because I don't understand the lingo too much. But thank you so much for letting me enjoy watching you all.
Yay. It's always a joy when you pop into the chat, Gma.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Favorite person.
It's true.
Tin's
It's
rubbing
true.
off on me.
Let's see. Okay. No other questions. I definitely like if you have a question, well, shout outs are great too, but now is the time if you have a question.
Yeah, where do babies come from?
I'm going to come up with a really clever answer for this one time.
You're going to one day. This is going to catch me off guard.
Okay, so I think we're good. I'm gonna wait to see what people are typing here. But again, I don't know. I just want to shout you guys out that not a day goes by where there isn't something remarkable that happens, right? Like Retro came to Tom's hockey game, which is so cool, and was beaming about the welcome party, and he was like talking about how in tears he was because the story that was happening. We all know what happens in the Realm Reborn patches, and then like got into Arcana's car, I think it was, and then was like, what are all these NPC mechs doing here? Turns out it was all of us. I don't know. I just think it's really cool that we could provide these kinds of experiences for everybody. And I see you guys trying to experiment and try different things. The anime watch parties are great, a great new thing that we could have never planned for, and now it's a thing. So I encourage you guys to try different things. I don't know. As you all know now, we're all open. Like everyone here is super kind and collaborative and really nice, and it's just, I don't know, it's really cool. So there is an opportunity for you to get involved in all kinds of things, whatever tickles your fancy. You guys, like, if you're into wanting to do research into scientific studies about video games, I could use the help. Like there's something for everybody. You want to get involved with merch? Awesome. I'm sure Tin and Church can use some help with the church merch. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So I just want to let you know that I just want to remind you guys that HJP doesn't stop like once you log off, right? I've said this from the beginning. When someone's having a bad day, they come in here and they have fun, and that sticks with them, right? Like you immediately just make people happy, you give people joy. It's socialization, but now that we're coming up on a year, it's friendship. It's real, like I don't know, it's really cool. I see you guys I know how bonded and connected everybody is, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really cool. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited for how far we've come. I'm excited for everything on the horizon. And just, shout out to you guys for believing in this thing. What the hell is this? It's crazy. So I'm gonna cut myself off there. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.
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 Later. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Guys.
See ya.
Bye. Love y'all.
Let's go, Buccaneers. Bye.